Guys, good morning! Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my everyday makeup routine during the winter. This is just kind of the makeup that I have been throwing on this season and I am going to show it to you. Kind of a little sad note, I went to collect the makeup and compile it together to film this video and realized that there is a hole in my coat pocket and I think that my favorite lip gloss has been lost. So the lip gloss, in case you're wondering, that was meant to go with this look and is the lip gloss that I have been wearing the entire time, and that's the one that I was gonna do with this look, is the Bite Beauty Current Lush Fruit Lip Gloss, and instead I'm using MAC Syrup lipstick because it's got that purple hue. So feeling a little sad that I lost that lip gloss, but we shall, go forth and continue. Let's get started. So first thing I like to do is use my MAC Strobe Cream. Even though I worked at MAC, I still really don't know what the purpose of this was. I always told people it was a glow giver and just gave you lots of light to the face, but you know what? I think it might also act as a primer because I find it really helps to conceal my porous area on my nose, and I've been using this one lately over my Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow just because I'm trying to use it up. The next I'm taking my Diorskin Nude BB Cream, and I actually put this guy in my hands first and rub it into my skin just to, I don't know, really let the skin absorb it. And you can see that, I don't know, maybe you can't see, maybe you can, it's quite pink, but I find that it absorbs really nicely into the skin and you don't notice how pink it is a little bit later. So once I kind of push it into the skin a bit, what I like to do is take my Sigma F80 Kabuki brush and just kind of go over and further buff it into the skin. Just taking that all over and it just kind of evens out the skin tone, and I definitely have leftover spots, which we will fix right now. Again, trying to use up a lot of my older products, so I'm going into my MAC Correct and Conceal palette. And first I take the salmon shade here, and I'm just going to put that like kind of right along the under eye bag on the eyes, just to conceal the dark circles like this. Then I go in with the yellow shade, which you can see I've hit pan on. It's the most used one in this palette. And I'm just going to take this where all of my redness is. I know a lot of people say that this is the equivalent to the Studio Finish concealer, but I can tell you right now it is not. It is a lot more creamy and a lot more hydrating than the Studio Finish concealer is. Studio Finish concealer is definitely meant for spots and is way more drying. So this one is actually really nice to use all over the face. And I have super dry skin, that's coming from me. I look like a crazy person right now. So then, just because I'm a concealer freak and I want to take all these weird colors back to a skin tone shade, I'm taking the Rimmel London Wake Me Up concealer, which I have actually been loving. I'm like almost at the point where I'm scraping the sides of it. It's really good. I don't know why it sat in my collection for so long unused. I have the shade 125 Very Fair. And so I'm just going to do a few lines kind of over the top of where I put all of the yellow concealer. Like this. And basically just add to my craziness. And then I go back in with the Sigma F80 Kabuki brush and just blend it all in. This brush really helps to disperse the product, so even if you feel like you put a lot on your face, it'll kind of like mix around and it'll find a home, you know what I mean? It will find a home. So I'm just buffing that around everywhere. And it pretty much just like leaves your skin, like I can still see my spots and stuff, but on an everyday basis, I mean, maybe some of you will find this a bit excessive for everyday concealing, but like I can still see my freckles, I can still see some spots. It just helps to even everything out. And I also take it on my eyes because every day I do not wear eyeshadow, so I like to have a little bit of coverage on the veinage in my eyes, and that's about it. And we're going to leave that for now and quickly do the eyebrows. I'm just going to be taking my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown, and I'm just kind of going to lightly feather in some hairs here. Normally I also add a powder, but I just couldn't be bothered with it today. I'm just going to use the Brow Wiz. And I just kind of fill in sparse areas like that and then just brush it through. So then what I'll do to kind of lighten it a little bit, just because I do have a lot of blonde in my hair these days and I also want it to stay in place, I've been using my MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set, and this is the shade Empathetically Blonde. And I'll just run this through my brows, and I don't know if you can see, but there's quite a lot of excess product left on there. And I do scrape some off on the top of this before I apply it, but there will still be some on there. So I just take the spoolie from my brow wiz and I just brush that through after. So then we'll go back and finish up the face. This might be a little bit excessive for a lot of you, but this is honestly what I do on an everyday basis because I like to give me some contouring every day, you know? So now I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow and my MAC 188 brush, take the contour aka bronze shade, and I just start on my cheekbones here. Get a little bit of definition, and then I take it up to my temple like this. And just make sure it's all good and sculpted there. Do the same on the other side. Just sculpt it a bit. Then I take it down the sides of my nose, under my lip, and I'll just drag it along my jawline here. And it just makes me feel a little bit more sun-kissed and a little bit more sculpted. And I just really love this product, so I want to make an excuse to use it every single day, you know? And actually what I've been doing on an everyday basis, instead of wearing eyeshadow, I actually just like take it into the contour shade and I literally just do this to my eye. And it just gives a little bit of depth there. And I actually, a friend of mine at school one day asked me what eyeshadow I was wearing, and I was like, oh my god, can you actually like see it as an eyeshadow? It's so funny. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell, it just gives a little bit of depth there, but doesn't really take any extra time to do anything, so that's kind of nice. And I guess just while we're there, I will add a little bit of the highlighting shade in the Filmstar Bronze and Glow. Just put a little bit on my eyes, a little bit here. And then I'll take my Charlotte Tilbury powder and sculpt brush and just put a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the Cupid's bow. So then I'm going to go in with my favorite blush at the moment. It is NARS Sin Blush. This is so beautiful. I have been loving this blush. So I'm going to take this. I'm using my MAC 129 blush brush. I've been using this one because it's a little bit more fluffy than my Bobbi Brown blush brush, and the NARS blushes are super pigmented, so I want something a little bit more fluffy so that I don't disperse too much product. And I'm just kind of putting this over top of where I put the contour. I love this blush so much. Oh. So then I'm going to take my, you know, favorite bronzer brush, as always, the Spa Resources Duo Stippling, whatever it is, from Walmart, and my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And I essentially just follow along wherever I put the contouring lines to just kind of blend it out and give me a more warm complexion, you know? Then, just because randomly lately I've been having a super oily nose like an hour after I apply my makeup, which never happens to me, so it's super weird, and I have been using my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Light, and I'm going to take this MAC 127 brush. This was limited edition with the Alluring Aquatic collection, so my apologies, but it is just a powder brush, and I just put that along my nose. And this one I've noticed actually really works well to hide pores. It's kind of crazy. So then on the eyes, I'm going to brighten myself up a little bit using my MAC NC15 NW20 chromographic pencil and line my waterline, because I get really red eyes when I wake up, and pretty much really red eyes all day long because it's a problem. And then I'm going to apply my favorite mascara of the moment. It is the Tarte Gifted Mascara. This one just gives a lot of volume and I'm really impressed with it, and I'm also just a big sucker for its packaging. So I'm going to put lots of mascara on my upper lashes, and I'm just not gonna touch my lower lashes because ain't nobody got time for that. So once your mascara is applied, we will go to the lips, and today I'm using the MAC Syrup Lipstick. Really sad about my current lip gloss, y'all, but that's what I would have used with this had I not lost it somewhere. Yeah, we just won't talk about it because I feel like I've just lost a part of my soul. So anyway, we're gonna use the syrup lipstick, and I mean, you know, this looks okay with it and all. I just really like the lip gloss, so Albert, I hear you. You have already been fed. Albert is not allowed in my room right now because I have got all of my wrapped Christmas presents and he would tear those apart, so don't mind his meowing. And that is the MAC Syrup Lipstick applied, so now we'll just take our hair out, make us look like a normal human being. And that is my finished everyday makeup look, everyone. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. This has kind of been my go-to look for this winter season, and I definitely think it's a versatile look. You can kind of wear whatever lipstick, whatever blush you want to. You definitely don't have to include as many steps as I have, but I definitely am one of those people who wakes up early to do my makeup in time for whatever I'm doing that day, so once again, I hope you enjoyed what this makeup look has been, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches.